Hello, everyone. This is Rick, and welcome to Astral Club. This is Healing Astral Rap. Before we get into it, just want to mention a couple things. Patreon. If you'd like to support the channel, you can do so on Patreon. When you join, you get advanced podcasts on Sunday. You get a chat function. You can talk with everybody, and a direct mail function to ask me questions or make comments to me. Give me some ideas. If that sounds like something of interest to you, just go down to the description and you'll find a link to Patreon. Next up, astral projection lesson. If you'd like a lesson to learn how to astral project, be happy to work with you. All you have to do is go down to the description section. There's an email. Just send me an email asking for more information. Lastly, playlists. If there's certain types of episodes you like more than others, playlists are there. We got Space and Aliens, Time Travel, Question and Answer, Astral Guide School, Astral Club, and the new one, Interviews with Non-Humans. So check it out if you like those types of episodes. Okay, let's get started. Now, many times before actual physical damage occurs to your body, there's some beginning signs that are available to people who are sensitive to the astral energy that kind of overlays the physical body. And there's a way, using an astral wrap, that you can help to move that energy to eliminate any blockages and to hopefully prevent the appearance in the near future of a physical injury. Now, physical injuries, of course, if it gets to that point, then you've got to go to a physical doctor, okay, right here on the physical plane. What we're talking about here is a point where it's much earlier, where you're able to detect that there's a possible blockage that can be dealt with long before it turns into anything physical. So let's discuss how we can deal with those very early stages. The information I'm getting here is from Astral Dynamics by Robert Bruce. That's one of my favorite, you might say, astral projection encyclopedias. And I'm going to rely heavily on that section. Okay, he says that an astral wrap is a versatile and useful technique for clearing blockages and restoring damaged parts of the energy body. He says that areas that are unresponsive, that tingle noticeably, feel heavy or sting or buzz or burn or act in any way different from the rest of your body, usually indicate some kind of blockage, depletion, or damage. These areas need more attention to repair and restore them. Remember now, this is very early on in this process. When you draw or bounce your awareness, which he discusses earlier in the book, through your body, which what he means is essentially you are sending out little investigators using your consciousness, that you are sending a little bit of energy, you might say, to a certain area of your body, and you detect that there is a blockage there. There is some sort of an area where the energy is not flowing as it should, and you're beginning to get some pre-signals that this might become a problem in the future. So let's say that you use your awareness to find this particular area, and that area should feel heavier. Sometimes people describe it as fuzzier or thicker. There should be, you should use your, like, once again, your consciousness to find these areas. So these, let's say you locate an area that you believe is currently, blocked or just become blocked. These sensations will indicate that these areas need the extra work to help clear them. So what do you do? Now, I used to use a healing method that was a little bit different from his. I would use my energy to kind of ramp everything up in my body. And rather than paying attention to one particular small area, I would get the whole energy circle, And the circle that I would visualize would kind of, I guess it's more of an oval if you think about it. And I would have the energy, going right from my, from my sternum, let's say, and it would go all the way down to my legs near my feet, and then it would cycle all the way up again and come around to like this large oval. And I would just picture this energy getting faster and faster, clearing away any blockages as like a whole body type of thing. He looks at things a little bit differently, and I would imagine it's every bit as effective. But he's locating particular areas to concentrate on, rather than I guess my whole holistic type of way of looking at it. But let's take a look at it. He says you use a wide wrapping action over the damaged area. Imagine you have an endless white bandage of pure energy flowing from your awareness hands. Awareness hands is just the hands that are kind of right above your real hands or your physical hands. These are like your astral hands, you might say. Anyway, you feel this bandage of energy flowing directly into the damaged area as you wrap it. Feel the substance of your energy flowing with this bandage. This action is to be varied to suit the size and position of the area being worked on. So obviously your big toe would require a little bit of a lesser wrapping method than perhaps your waist, for instance. This is very interesting. It's a very interesting way of getting at it. By paying attention to certain areas. Like I said, mine was just I just did the whole body, just souped everything up. But I could see this working too for people, especially if their energy levels were a little bit lower. Because if your energy levels are a little bit lower, you'd have a hard time using my method of just kind of having the whole energy overflowing to ramp it up and to clear away any blockages anywhere. At any rate, he says take that astral wrap and get those inactive areas working. For example, if you want an astral wrap a leg, your target, let's say your foot, you would start with your foot and begin wrapping from the toes up, as if you were carefully wrapping an overlapping energy bandage around it. Feel your energy flowing into that area, into the foot, through your astral hands. Continue wrapping up over the foot, over the ankle, and up on the leg, all the way to the hip. Take your time over this and be careful to overlap the wrapping action all the way. Repeat this as many times as required, as this exercise cannot be overdone. Yeah, I don't see any reason why it would cause any problems. So certainly, you might have to do this more than once if the energy blockage doesn't seem to have improved as dramatically as you'd like it. And then he goes on to say, note that some energy blockages will not show up for some time. Many will only become apparent after the energetic development work has become a regular practice, as the energy body becomes more energy sensitive and energy demands increase. Okay, so that's I think it's a fascinating method to attack the areas in your body where perhaps your energy becomes a bit dammed up. Because in order to keep a healthy physical body as well as a healthy astral body, you must have a good circulation, whether it's blood or whether it's energy. And certainly your astral body is another word for it, might be an energy body, for instance. So in order to keep the astral body working well, this is a good method. Now, one thing you might do if you're an astral projector is if you astral project and you get to a point where you're pretty decent at it. One way that you can do it is leave the area, of course, where you just left your body, and get somewhere where you can take a minute or two to examine your astral body. And because if there's any kind of blockages, you'll see a certain darker energy in that area of your astral body, usually in the early stages. And that energy doesn't seem to be moving at the same speed as other areas in your body. So you'll note a slight darker area that seems to be moving very slowly. That will give you a hint that you've got a future problem that might be coming your way. So that works great for people who who can actually astral project. But for anyone else, certainly I think this particular practice of his, could help to head off a future problem. Once again, of course, once it becomes a physical situation and not an energy one, then it might be time to go to your local family physician. Okay, well, this is a short one. If you liked it, please hit the like button, share it with those of like mind, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave your comments. Have you ever used a method like this, or have you used other methods to keep your astral body and therefore your physical body in tip-top shape? At any rate, this is Rick, and I will see you on the astral plane.